My friend Jeff just texted me. Brendan Fraser. Okay, so are they related? Jason Bateman and Brendan Fraser, because they look alike. That's right. The Mummy Club. George of the Jungle. Oh, okay. Yeah. Brendan Fraser. All right. Taylor says no. All right, so we're going to pick this up and put it on there. So once we have this back, we'll lime the field, and then I'm going to call it a night for tonight because we need to head over so Simone can start streaming a little bit. And I'm going to, this is my first stream back, and I'm feeling a little bit beat down because I've been sick. So like I said, I'm still not 100%. I'm like 90%. So, but no, I have not gotten a diamond, Timmy. Thank you. I got a Ibex earlier today when I was testing the laptop out that scored 911 points, but you need to be over 950 for it to be a diamond. So I was right up there, but he just wasn't high enough. He was a tier. It was a 4. You need a 5, really. So I think they look alike. I mean, they don't, but I think they look somewhat alike. Birds of Prey. I'll have to check that out too. I have so little TV watch time. So no, that's so funny. No, my friend Jeff Horvath. I've known him forever. He's one of the guitar players from my church, but I've known him since before we were going to church together. I was in a band for years, and he was friends with some of the people from that band. So. Oh, Moni, put your. It should be right under your screen, like if you're on the computer, you should be able to scroll down and see her channel. But it's all one word. It's Fleetfoot Entertainment. FLEET FOOT Entertainment, all one word, and that's their Twitch name. The new Jumanjis are good. You're gonna laugh at this. I have never actually seen the original Jumanji. I don't know how I missed out on that, but I did. By the way, are you guys appreciating my fork loading skills? I know it's a little bit tedious, but you're watching a champion loader at forklifting. I am just, I'm skilled. Look how neat those are. Come on, guys. I know. I grew up in that era. I think, Taylor, this is how. That movie came out when I was like 19 years old. So at the time, I'm like, it was kind of too much of a kid's movie for me to be interested in it as a, post-teen. I was busy, making rock and roll and touring with a band and also doing college at the same time and, doing all this different stuff. And I just wasn't watching a lot of movies. Amazingly, I actually saw Jurassic Park in the theaters. I almost didn't see that. But come on, let go. But Jumanji just came out in that era when I didn't. It was just like it kind of went off the radar. I heard it was great, but all right. Oh, cool, Keyhook, awesome. Well, we'll see on that one too. We'll do Open Mic Hunter when you guys can come in and talk and say hi and all that good stuff. So yeah, love Robin Williams. I mean, he's just a great actor. Was a great actor. Can't believe he's gone. Such a weird, stupid thing. All right, so the new 3-point hitch forklift. 3-point hitch forklift. I'll have to check that out, Phoenix. I also like the CZ set. I was playing around with the CZ set on my Lone Oak farm and really enjoying the adjustable forklift. Not the forklift itself, but like what do you call that? The header. Yeah, Depression Man's no joke. That's right. The forklift attachment for your front loader. They have the CZ set forklift, and it's totally adjustable. You can make it go up and down. You can also make it go smaller and wider. Mrs. Doubtfire, Flubber. Why can't they just call it the Nutty Professor? Oh, that's right, because Eddie Murphy did the same thing. He did the Nutty Professor. The original Nutty Professor is actually out of those series of movies. I like the original Disney movies. The original Nutty Professor with what was that guy's name? He was the dad. He was the dad from My Three Sons. Fred McMurray, I think was his name. And I love the old Disney, the black and white one. I don't like the newer ones. Once again, like I don't really love them. I'm curious to watch like the new Lion King and some of these new Disney like live action remanifestations. I've heard that the Lion King is really good, like the new Lion King. I've heard it's fabulous. You see the hill on those tracks? These poor trains are gonna get like dumped off. So we're gonna take this back here. You were a kid watching Flubber, right? Yeah. And once again, it's probably an emotional attachment, you know. First movie I ever saw in the theaters, man. Gosh, Timmy, that was a long time ago. It was way pre-Aladdin. You know, I'm going to say, I think it was Star Wars. But maybe, you know what, maybe it had to be something. It had to be some Disney movie. Let me think about that for a minute. The Absent-Minded Professor. Thank you, Long Hauler. Yeah, I knew it wasn't the Nutty Professor was the Eddie Murphy one, right? So yeah, Flubber's newer. Flubber's like, you know, like 90s or whatever. That's okay. It was the Absent-Minded Professor. That's right. Thank you. Like you couldn't even use those words in the title now because half of the millennials in the theater wouldn't know what that meant. 100. I just cracked on half my audience. 101 Dalmatians. That might see. That's what I'm thinking. I think. Yeah. No, not Star Wars Episode 1. I'm talking like the original Star Wars with Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. Like the real Star Wars. Jungle Book. I was too young for. That came out in the 1960s, I think, maybe early 70s. Let's see. Like I think Mama Peach, I think that's where I was at too, because I was born in 73 and I see you're 72. Like born in 72. So Die Hard 4. That's hilarious, Grumpy Kitten. Good morning, Vietnam. No, that was like when I was in high school. I'd already seen a bunch of movies by then, but thanks. You said thanks, and I've dated myself. So we need to go back and get the spreader. Yeah, I just I'd really have to sit down and think about that because it's going to be some Disney movie. I know that. I don't think it was I saw Star Wars in the theater, the original Star Wars. I saw Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and I saw them all in the theater. But Indiana Jones I saw in the theater. But I'm trying to remember. It had to be something like 101 Dalmatians or what else came out around then? I'd have to look. Because I saw those movies. You remember back then we didn't have VHS or anything. You couldn't get Disney unless you had the Disney Channel on cable or and they put. Disney loves putting moratoriums on their videos, so they only release them for a couple of years and then they pull them from the shelves. And you couldn't get movies. Like for a long time, you couldn't get Tron. The Ohio Valley Mall in St. Clairsville. Wow. Let's see. Have I seen what Disney did to Star Wars with their trilogy? I mean, I've been watching. I haven't seen the last one. I watched the first two movies of this trilogy. No, we went right to VHS. We didn't, and actually, it was a long time. We were late adopters. Like, I just had to get stuff off of cable. We never had a video player. My friend Mikey had one, and we go over and watch. His mom actually had two, and she would rent movies and then copy them. And so we watched movies all the time at my friend Mike's house because he had them all on VHS. But no, I don't think I've even seen a Betamax tape in real life. But I know that was the competing one. So yeah, I've heard The Mandalorian is awesome. My son Mark has given it like an A+ thumbs up, and he's a huge original Star Wars fanatic. So I definitely will try to give it a watch when I can. I'm excited to see that. So, but yeah, I like the new trilogy. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. I think it just copies a lot of the old Star Wars stuff, but it's still good. And I've loved the other two movies they put out. Han Solo was good, and the prequel. The name escapes me now. The Rogue One was incredible. Moni's watching TV. Trying to get everything in. Let's see. Dad promised he would see Annie if we saw Indiana Jones. I'd use overseas instead. Oh, so you never got to see Annie in the theaters? I saw Annie in the theaters. Yep, the original one with the little. It was a good movie. They shouldn't have brought that clown Taka to direct the app. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, Rogue One was great. I loved it. Yeah, that's the only problem with Rogue One. Yeah, and I felt like, stuff like trying to show the scene where he stole the Millennium Falcon from, or not stole, but won the, well, it was like goofy, like from Lando Calrissian. It kind of cheapened their relationship a little bit. Like it seemed like they were good friends in the other movies, and then it kind of ruined that. So, but yeah, I've heard The Mandalorian is excellent. What are you watching? Somebody has a pet goat. Is that the chick? Oh, she's watching a court movie, a court TV show, like one of those like it's an English version of The People's Court, and they have a goat in the audience for whatever reason, and the goat's pooping all over he's dragging the judge around in circles and pooping over. Oh, is that same lady again? Is she in there in trouble again? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't. Is it Judge Finder? Is that the name of it, honey? Yeah, Judge Rinder. Judge Rinder. Yep. Or Rinder. Yeah, that's what she's watching right now. Yeah. Yeah. No, not Judge Judy. Judge Rinder. It's a guy. I love him. He's pretty funny. Anyway, that. What? That's crazy. I'm glad he was okay. Well, here's a shout out to Rocco, who survived getting freaking hit by a car. That's crazy. You love him, Mama Peach? Yeah. I've watched a couple episodes with Simone, and it's pretty funny stuff. He's so even-tempered. That's why I like him. You never know exactly what he's going to think, because he's just kind of like, okay, well, let's try that. I'm actually going to put lime down on the whole field because there's no reason not to lime the whole thing, so. Thriller. Yeah, they showed Thriller when I was in 5th grade at our school. They showed it for the kids. I'm like, I don't know. I was a little kid. I didn't like it. I just kind of hid. That was back when they made us watch those horrible like bus accident movies, like where like some kids doing drugs in the back and like some other kids playing with a pocket knife, and then like the bus crashes and the kids go, this is before they had seatbelts in buses, so the kids go flying around the bus, and the one kid cuts his nose off, and the other kid sticks his cocaine pipe up into his head and like pokes it through his brain, and like these are, and they're making us. We were like 4th grade, like watching these horrible movies, Like I can't believe they make us watch this while we're like at school. There's like blood everywhere. I'm just like in the back, like with my head down, like as an 8-year-old, being like, "Oh God, I don't want to see this." Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Phoenix. All right, I'll grab it. You'll have to give me the link through Steam. I'll grab it. Yes, Gunner, I am in the UK for another maybe like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. And then I'll be coming back to the U.S. So I know it's like gruesome. Like they made us watch these horrible movies. But then what's funny is if you've ever seen the movie Better Off Dead, they do the same thing. Like the kids are he's at school, and blood. The name of the movie that they make him watch, like in the school, it's called Blood Flows Red on the Highway. They're like, blood flows red on the highway, and it shows like this car's windshield wiper is like wiping blood off the windscreen. And I'm like, oh God, that's exactly the way it was in the 80s. Like they made us watch these horrible movies. Yeah, we got the just don't do it lectures, right? Yeah. Well, back then, and we didn't even know what it was. Nobody was doing it because nobody knew what it was. Yeah, 2 of his legs were broken, right? I know. Better Off Dead. There's another one of the favorite movies in the list. Blood flows red on the highway. That's great. Oh, 2 of the dog's legs were broken. Oy. God, I can't believe. I'm so glad he survived. We had a friend, man. We were getting ready to go camping, and their dog, Final Destination, and their dog was running around the yard, and he just went flying out in the road, and a car hit him. And of course, they were like, "Oh my God, we got to get him to the pet emergency." And I'm like looking at the dog, and I'm like, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything for him. Like he was, like. It's horrible. Oh my gosh, Black Phoenix, this sucks. I want my $2. But yeah, it was horrible. That was a memorable moment. Yeah, Reese didn't make it. So here's Reese. My friend Rick's got him wrapped up in a blanket, in the back seat of my minivan, and I'm racing him to the medical clinic, and the wife is up front like, "Oh my God, I think he'll be okay, won't he? I mean, he's going to be okay." And I'm like, Jen, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I don't think that dog is going to be okay. And I look back, and Rick's holding the dog, and he's got this look on his face. I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "I think he just died." I'm like, "Ooh." And sure enough, he was dead. But, his nose was all... I mean, it was horrible. That was like one of those experiences you just like, man, I wish I could forget that, but you just can't, So thank God your dog's okay. He's lucky with 2 broken legs. And they'll heal. And he could be like he could be like Fleelick. In do you guys ever see the pig movie? What's it called? Free Piggy. Babe Pig in the City, where the Fleelick is the little dog he has the little wheelchair. He only has 2 legs, and he has that little wheelchair that he goes around on. He's so cute. Oh my God, Moni, why are you? Do you know, like seriously, if I did this on your stream, you would chew me out. But it is funny. The judge is laughing. He's crying. Charlotte's Web. Yeah. Babe, Pig in the City. I know, it does. It makes me... She laughs so much and so hard when she laughs. I love it. Her laugh is infectious. I'm just glad, it's neat to see how, we were talking about it tonight while she was making dinner, like, how much her life has changed over the last year, just from, like, being kind of, like, lonely and depressed, and for me, too, and just, like, how, it's just neat how she's really, changed, and it's, like, just having a new, happy life, it's cute. Don't copy. No, because we didn't have computers in class. I'm old enough that we had a computer class that started my second to last year of school. So in my junior, they opened a computer lab, I want to say like halfway through my maybe sophomore year. And basically, because, computers are really expensive, we had an art lab that had Macs, and then we had a computer lab for typing class, and, some other tech classes. But they didn't really have classes for it yet, that had old IBM XT and AT computers. So they were, I was early 90s because I graduated high school in 92. But he said, thanks, I want bacon. But they had that. I want to say it was 8 megahertz and 6 megahertz. Yeah, we weren't. I mean, we had those things going on outside of school, like Oregon Trail and stuff. I played that when I was like 10 years old, 8 years old. You know what I mean? Like my neighbors had it on their Tandy computer, but we didn't have them in school. Like the schools just didn't have the funding, and it wasn't considered part of life yet. It was like a business thing only, like a severe business machine type situation, and they didn't. You said 18, but 18 going on 12. Well, I'd be crying too, man. That was. I'm thank God your dog is okay. Like I said. Oh, you started school in '92. Yeah, that's right. See, that's what I'm saying though. Like we didn't have that stuff. So it's like it was cool. I got my hands in there and it clicked right away. My friend showed me how to do DOS, and I was like, oh my God, I love this. Like this is great. How do I do more? And he showed me. He started teaching me the ins and outs of computer. Of how to operate the computer and how to make DOS work for you, and there you go, bootleg games, right? Like Commander Keen, and these computers had most likely Black Phoenix. Most likely, we had we used to have this. There was a game where you had two gorillas, and they would throw bananas at each other. Oh, you're really 18. Okay. 18 going on 12? No, I'd be crying too if my dog got hit by a car. And I'm 45, 46. I cried like a baby when we had to put patches down, man, and I was in my 30s when that happened. Yeah, that's why I like mechanical keyboards, because my first, 20 keyboards were like, they were big honking keyboards. You still use DOS at work? Yeah. Yep, it was I think DOS 4 when I started, and then we moved into DOS 5, and I don't know, possibly 18. You're probably there are several I think 18-year-olds in here. We go down to like 14, 15, but usually I'm gonna should I? No, I'm gonna bring this back to the farm. I'm definitely middle oldest. Yeah, they couldn't run Minesweeper. These computers could only run the banana game. They didn't run Minesweeper. But we played Commander Keen on them and stuff. Once again, they were 6 and 8 megahertz. They were 8088 and 8086 processor machines. So you had the XT and the AT. I believe the XT was the 8 megahertz and the AT was the 6 megahertz, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, all right, game safe. Have a good night. Love on that puppy. And I'll keep him in my prayers, obviously. Poor little pup. He'll be okay. He will survive. What is it? Is it like a biological RAM or something like that? Like I know they're working on like RAM that actually has like brain matter in it, because it can actually it saves better. It can save way higher capacity and faster access. Kind of frightening. Like biogenetic materials in computing. Oh, this was an accident? Okay. Come on. Come through. Come on. Cool. The highest level in asteroids. Way to go, Timmy. Way to operate that computer. Yeah. Once again, though, the typing class, I'm glad I took my typing class. That was probably my most influential class. Look at how dirty the tractor is. Ugh. Yuck. But we'll leave it like that for a while, because that's how nurses should look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I went 5 minutes over. I have to apologize to my wife. She's going to pick up the stream maybe in a little bit, depending on how she feels. But otherwise...
I was going to pick it up straight away, but I'm watching this, so carry on going.
Oh, you want me to go for a little bit longer? Oh, my wife says I can go for a little bit longer. Okay. So she's watching finishing a court case here, so we can play for a little bit longer. So, FPGA. I'm tempted to rewrite the thing in FP. What is it? Windows 2, you said? What? What was my best words per minute? Oh, not much, like 80, maybe 90 on a good day. But in general, it was less than that, like 50, 60. Like that's. But I'm glad I learned how to type, and I type pretty fast. So. Oh, that's awesome. Verified only. That's okay. Hey, you tried, right? Okay, so we are going to go ahead and speed up time a little bit now because we're just. What I'm going to do is we're going to get to this here, and then I'm going to grab. We're going to have that forage harvester, and we're going to finish hull cropping. So. Simone is going to be streaming here shortly, and she's going to be streaming The Hunter. So she'll let us know when she's ready to do that. But I'm going to speed up time here, and we'll get that hurried up. Let's stretch here. And I'll be on with her in the background. I'll talk and stuff. I'm going to be on also playing The Hunter because it's great. Looking for that diamond that I'll probably never get. Stupid diamonds. She said mine sucks too most of the time. All right, so time slowly going by. It'll be on Fleet's account, and her channel is, and what we'll try to do is we'll try to raid her channel so you'll get over there. But her channel is this. There we go. Now. She is, as an 18-year-old, I have to warn you that even though you are 18, you are legal to be on her channel. She does not always keep it as clean or PC as I do. So if you have sensitive ears, you might want to move on to the next stream because she does. It's not like it's horrible, but they do sometimes discuss adult items. I try to keep my channel pretty like family friendly and PC, but occasionally Simone's channel tends to be a little bit more rawacious or whatever. So, just so you're aware. So we're going to chop up this canola, and we're also going to chop up, there we go, that one's ready. And they're all ready, so we're going to go ahead and slow down time, and we'll start the harvest. I don't know how long she's going to go, but, no. Yeah, she is a dirty bird at times. We do have millennials that come in and watch the stream, and they're just fine. Usually it's older people, actually, that get offended. Because, like I said, we are in general a family act, but Simone tends to have a little more fun.
Oh, come on. Why are you doing that? You know I tamed it down.
Yeah, she has tamed it down quite a bit.
Like, seriously, are you trying to turn people off?
No, I'm saying we do have fun. No, we have fun. No. She said if you're a millennial. I like the way this tractor looks when it gets dirty. And the funny thing is, you actually see these, like, over here in England, they have the fishing boats. Everybody has these tiny little fishing boats. No, my God, no, she's not 18. I'm 46, and she is 33. Well, she'll be 32. She'll be 33 this year. So I'm 13, well, 12 to 13 years older than her, but it's not that huge of an age gap. Oh my gosh, married an 18-year-old. Oh, no thanks. We said we have come so far from popsicle sticks. All right, so we're going to have to pull these around all the way because I didn't set this up right. But hey, what's up, Red Alpha? How's it going?